and gentlemen, I'm Ron Wallace with the Ballin' Down South Sports Network, and I have today with me a new coach down here in the Mobile region, but he's familiar with the state of Alabama, and I can tell you he's a new coach out at Vigor High School, head football coach. I'm gonna bring him on here today, and we got none other than Coach McKenzie. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing pretty good, Ron. I'm glad that you're giving me an opportunity to express myself and to talk some Viking football.
Yes, sir. It's been good. I know a lot of people at Vigor over in Pritchard. They can't wait to get you over there on campus and definitely start coaching a football team. And you know you got a lot of coaching experience, 30 years of football coaching experience. You played quarterback at Jackson State back in the 80s. Tell us how was it when you were in college back in the 80s playing with Jackson State, and you guys actually did pretty good in your tenure there.
Yes, Jackson. Yes, Jackson State was a great experience for me. Coming from Miami, Florida, looking for an opportunity to be a quarterback, they gave me that opportunity to come up there, and they promised me that I would get a chance to play early, and that's what I was seeking when I wanted to go to college. And even now being at Viga, it reminds me a lot about Jackson State with the tradition and the legacy that they have, and the former players that they put out to be successful in this community and in this country. So getting that experience at Jackson State was only fitting that I could do something and bring it back and be a representation of Jackson State and make sure I represent Viga well also.
Now, Coach, you starting your coaching career, you started at the high school level out at Miami Central High School down there in Florida. Talk about how that experience was when it was your first actual coaching job.
Well, it's always been big time football school. The legacy is strong and the tradition is strong. Again, the colors are similar. The legacy is real big at Miami Central, and we're green and white down there at the Central Rockets, and Viga is green and white here in Mobile. Uh, but it's a hunt for talent. When you compete down in the Miami area, if you gonna play, you got to be a good one. And again, the similarities are here in Mobile too. I was in Mobile for about 6 or 7 years, and I know it's a hotbed of talent. And Mike was always on my recruiting trail, always on my recruiting list to make sure I get by and recruit some of their players. So Miami is another stone to prepare me for an opportunity here like Viger.
Now, Coach, you don't have quite a few positions, coaching positions in the college realm. You know, you coached in the SWAC, the CIAA, the MEAC. You was an offensive coordinator, quarterback coach. So just talk a little bit about that, coaching on the college level in those different conferences.
Well, Well, I was very fortunate to work for a guy named Houston Markham at Alabama State. He coached me. He was a coordinator at Jackson State, and right after my playing days, he was able to get a head coaching position at Alabama State University in 1997. And he asked me to come and run the offense, and that was my stepping into the college life. Being a 23-year-old offensive coordinator at Division One AA school, I thought that was big, and as accomplished maybe to be a head coach at Delaware State at the age of 33. So I had a fast track, and it's been a lot of good and some adversity too. But you learn as you grow, and as I got older, I've always knew was my profession. I've coached football for a living. Always been good to me and my family as far as providing, and the experience always been a lot of places. I got the best of both worlds to Alabama because I worked at Alabama State and Alabama A&M, and we have a lot of alumni in these areas. I worked at Jackson State and Alcorn State, where we are as mobile hungry people. So I know what it takes. My road to college was great. I have a couple of years on the high school scene, but I know what I can do, and I think I'll be a great fit for Viga High School.
That's a lot of HBCUs, Coach. I can tell you that, and I can tell you the HBCU country down in this area with alumni is definitely deep. I know Vigor has a lot of people there that's on the alumni that's part of the HBCU family. And you know your last job, Kemper County High School over there in Mississippi. your second season there, you were able to help those guys reach the playoffs. And talk about a little bit about that.
Yeah, when I got that job, my former one of my former players played with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He knew the principal at the school, and she was telling them their coaching search that she needed someone with a lot of character and a lot of discipline, and she wanted to kind of fix the program in that direction. And so I didn't get there to July. I think by July the 20th of 2018, and we had a late start and got off to a rocky beginning, but last year we kind of put in place and we was able to host a home playoff game. Uh, had a set, scored a lot of points. Was losing games 36-35, 42-40 in that aspect. So I had something that we was building. We was doing things that a lot of other high schools didn't get a chance to, and you could see the progress that the program was making, and I was quite pleased. But then when you get the call from a Vigor high school here in Mobile, it was all no brainer. And Mobile is a place that me and my family always wanted to live. Vigor is another big time program, more so that you don't come in there to rebuild it, you come in here to reload it. And all I want to do is try to get here and enhance it. And so far, so good. And looking forward to June 1st, where I can see my players and we can continue to get to work.
Well, I can tell you this: definitely Vigor is definitely a powerhouse name known here in the area, probably throughout this whole entire state of Alabama. A lot of college coaches come down and recruit down this area, not just for Vigor, but for all schools. But definitely, Vigor is known to put out some good product into college, and some have been, in the NFL. And I would say, Coach, bringing you here with your resume and some of the things and the different levels of coaching that you've been at, and you've also a player of the sport yourself. I think that's going to be pretty good for the people over there at Vigor, and for Mobile County in general. And we definitely hope to see you guys definitely in the playoff this upcoming season. Have you been able to reach out to any of the kids at all? So get to introduce yourself to them or anything of that nature.
Well, in dealing with the pandemic, I was able to Zoom our first meeting with our parents first because, again, being on the college level, I'm so used to recruiting, getting in with the parents and getting in with the players first. So that's the first meeting I had. After I had a staff meeting and found out that we got some pretty good coaches on our staff, excited about letting them work and taking us again to another level. But after meeting with the parents, I wanted to make sure they understood what type of person I was, what I was going to bring to the table, the type of character and discipline and intent we're going to have in our program to go along with our talent. And then I wanted to also meet with the players. So the first thing I did was kind of Zoom my leaders to them one-on-one basis, try to get a feel of their thoughts and their goals and their visions. And then we also Zoom our team meetings, and doing our team meetings like that, it's a little different, but I believe this is the new normal, and we have to make that adjustment. But we also have position meeting through Zoom, and we're just looking forward to putting everything together June 1st. We try to give them our platform of what to work out, our strength and conditioning, what it's going to take to be ready. We still got like 2 weeks to prepare, so we don't want, we want our kids to stay busy and make sure we're learning what we need to do off the Zoom with the offense and philosophy. And then once we come together on June 1st, I told them I want to rolling. I don't want us to be learning then. I want us to be rolling and getting ready for Blunt, which is our first ball game, and which is a big ball game. And I know about the rival, and to all our Blunt fans, we want to be ready when we show up.
So, Coach, what is your coaching philosophy, for your program?
Well, my thing is build discipline, character, and conditioning. I think discipline is the forefront to any success program. You got to have that in place. No matter how talented you are, you got to have a disciplined program. And then, and I tell my kids, character I'm looking for away from me. When I don't have to stand over you, how you act when no watching you, how you gonna present yourself in front of other people when it counts the most. And then conditioning. Uh, Again, it's a process of training in that field and a process of training on the field. I don't think anybody going to be in better shape than we are. and we're gonna make sure we have them three aspects of our program, which starts off with discipline, that builds character, and be the best conditioned minded team and conditioned physical team to be.
Man, that was powerful words, and it definitely you gonna be down to business, and those guys better not come in there slacking. I can tell you this, coach. We definitely gonna catch some of your games over there this season. Definitely that Blunt game, man. Like you said, that is a definite rivalry right off the bat. Coach Holly over there. I don't know if you spoke with him since you've gotten the job at Vigor, but I'm very sure he's gonna have his guys ready, but you're gonna have your guys ready to play too. Any good seniors that you're gonna have on your roster that you got coming back that you were able to talk to yet?
Well, I do know we have a target prospect, Devontae Harris. A lot of coaches have been talking to me about him, and uh, I think he's going to be a top prospect for us. I think we have a young quarterback that's going to be a good prospect in the next 2 years. That's a dual threat and can make things happen. He had some success early last year, and then he got hurt, and it changed the face of the football program. So I think he's going to play a active role in that. And I think talent-wise, we got some guys that can run. I've been watching the film
Hmm.
since I've been here. We've got guys that can really move around and make some plays, and we're gonna just try to put them in the best spot, offensively, defensively, and special teams. Because we're not going to take 15 special team plays we get a game and take off. We're gonna be trying to win those plays too. And I think we got some players that can make some things happen in that area.
Well, coach, anything that you want to say out to the Vigor alum, the Vigor fans, and the staff over at Vigor? Go ahead and say it right now.
Well, Ron, I'm very excited about being here, and I think Viga is a great fit for me and my family, and I think I'm a great fit for Viga too. I think it goes hand in hand. Know the alumni, the community. I know they're hungry. They are accustomed to having success, especially in their football program and community. I've been getting a lot of good feedback from the people in our community. Just the excitement, just the brewing of let's get back. Some of the we got some unfinished business from 2018 season, so it reminded me of that. And the guys got the right mindset, the right goals in mind. The staff is coming together. They've been working diligently since I've been here, and everything is flowing. So we just want to keep it flowing and keep working as hard as we can to make our alumni, our friends, our administration, our fans. We want to make everybody proud as we can make them as far as it relates to Viking football.
Well, coach, we definitely appreciate you coming on the network today. We glad to have you, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Vigor new head football coach, John McKenzie. Thanks for coming on the network, coach.
Thank you very much, Ron.